What's up guys, this is Tampatec and this is my son Devin. He has a gaming channel called Rockstar Gamers. He's at 1,990 subscribers.
My 2,000 subscriber will be getting a PlayStation game, so don't forget to subscribe.
A new one?
No, not a new PlayStation game, one of my old PlayStation games that I don't play. But when I start making money, they're gonna get some new ones. So don't forget to, in the link in the description below, to click on it and subscribe. Alright,
you could be the lucky 2,000. So my 9-year-old son is going to be building my gaming PC. Yes, I'm trusting my son, that's 9 years old, to build my gaming PC. I built a couple PCs in the past, so maybe like 2 or 3, but never a gaming PC. But he's going to be doing it, and I'm going to be supervising him. The only thing I salvaged out of my old computer, since the motherboard was bad and the RAM sticks were bad, I bought a new motherboard, which is from Asus. So we have a GTX 1060 graphics card. I got the new RAM sticks right here. These are 8 gigs each, giving me a total of 16 gigs of RAM. So I'm transferring my old CPU processor from the old computer, which is still good. It's a quad-core 3.2 gigahertz processor. We got the Q87 motherboard. I got my old SSD, which is 1 terabyte. I got my backup hard drive. Oh no, just careful. It's expensive. So I got my backup hard drive. This is a 6 terabyte hard drive. I put all my YouTube videos on. And the Cooler Master CPU fan. And my case, I got all this stuff on Amazon. And my case is called the Infinity case. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the CPU in. That's the most delicate part of this whole process. Alright, so right there, there's a white dot on the corner of that socket. So what you want to do is you want to drop this in on that corner and then don't push it down, let it settle in on its own. Don't ever push it down. And before you get started, always make sure these pins are not bent. If you see any of these pins that are bent, then you have to contact the manufacturer. They'll send you another board or return it, exchange it. And make sure the battery is inserted properly.
So I see the tiny white dot.
Alright, hold it like that. There we go.
Alright, so as you can see, I have the arrow pointing at the bottom left corner. That's where you're going to want it pointing. And then you put it in slowly, and you have to have the arrow pointing. You have to have the arrow pointing at the tiny white dot right there. As you can see, and you first place this in.
No, place it in more flat.
Like this?
Yeah. Don't push it in. Don't ever push. Alright, pick it back up.
Like that.
And then you have to double check and make sure all 4 sides are in. So,
yep.
Is it in?
Yeah, all 4 sides. You gotta pull this down, and then you pull this down with it.
Make sure it goes under the screw.
This has a lot of tension.
Yeah, you have to go under that.
This little latch.
Yeah, under the latch. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Push it in to make sure it doesn't come out.
This is 99% pure alcohol.
Paper towel.
That's good. And you're gonna put some thermal paste down.
There's a little peel on the back that you peel open.
Yeah, they know how to. Trust me, if they can't figure that out, they should not be building a gaming PC. And put a pea-size dot in the center of the processor.
Maybe a little less than a pea. This is hard.
Right there. Oh, careful word. That's good.
And it has to be at the back. And then you push the other thing.
Did it click?
Yeah.
Alright. And so it's going to look like that. And it says Intel on the backside. So it goes on like this, Devin. So since this is not AMD chip, it's a Intel chip, we're going to put it with the tabs facing outward. So we're going to take these screws that have top and bottom screw bolt, and we're going to tighten it up right here. Just twist those on, buddy. Don't over tighten it, just snug. Screw in.
Righty, tighty.
Righty tighty, yep. It's a low torque drill, so you don't damage anything. Yeah, there you go. Always have it level and straight. Go ahead. Oh, that's enough. Grab the other bracket. Put it on the bottom. feet out. Oh, that's tight, right?
Yeah.
Lower it down nice and even. Hold on, let's make sure this is the next step.
Does it matter which way you put it in?
Yeah, so these cables are going to face toward the CPU fan. So here's the CPU fan. Yeah, take this one off. We used the wrong bracket. So you got to pay attention. This is for the AMD. So let's go ahead and take this one off. Can you grab that? Alright. Slowly lower it. Is it on all of them?
Yep.
Like all 4 sides, buddy.
Yeah, on all of them.
Alright, so we did that. We lowered it on there. And we have to put the bolts on. There you go.
Tightly put it on. Make sure it gets firm and tight.
Righty tighty, yeah. Don't over tighten it though. There you go. Is that snug?
Yeah. So you just plug it in. Doesn't matter which side you plug it in.
Yeah, go ahead and plug it in. Oh no, not that. Okay.
Oh, does it matter?
Yes, go ahead and undo this.
Well, I guess it matters.
Alright, so you're gonna take that part. So this is the one with the 4 ports. Alright, so there's a CPU fan plug and the one with the copper pinholes. That's gonna go in where the LED control board is. Alright, go ahead and plug that in. It only goes in one way. So you see these little ridges right here?
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you slide it into the slot.
Alright, so
Go ahead. That's
boom.
it. Very good.
Now, when you turn on your PC, this fan turns on.
So the RAM only goes in one way, buddy. And there's a space right here.
Doesn't matter which side though, like
You'll see the notch.
so
Yeah.
like this.
Well, you have to look at the notch on the board. So you want to try to put it in on the gold side, on the gold slots.
You gotta lift up the latch.
Move the latch. Yeah, go like that. Okay. Settle it in. Push that side in first. Here, and then push that in. You'll hear the click, and then the latch will automatically close. Don't put it in crooked. Push this side in first.
I did. I pushed them both in.
Let's see. Very good. That feels good. That feels good. Yep. That looks like it's in.
Alright, the next thing you're gonna want to do is now you're gonna be doing the motherboard on the PC.
So the only thing bad about the CPU fan is that you won't be able to put all 4 RAM memory sticks in. That one, yeah, you can't fit another one in. Well, maybe if you put a low profile RAM stick in there, that would work. All right, go ahead and put it in.
Alright, so you gotta do it this way.
Yeah, I like how you're like telling them, like this is the first time you ever built a gaming PC, and you're like, all right, do it this way. That's funny.
Alright, push it in.
How do you know it goes that way? Did you look at all the connections?
Yes, and you have to make sure it's facing this way.
Did it click in? Yeah, it clicks in.
You gotta have
You can't see with your head in the way.
Oh, sorry.
All right, do it again. Push it in.
Yep, it's clicked in all the way.
And then now you have to put this in.
The motherboard, it's gonna be a tricky part because you don't want to break anything.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a mother.
Right here, there's little holes. You're gonna want to line those holes up with these bolts right here.
All right, now we got to line up the holes with
Those little bolts right here.
yeah the nuts. That's what they're called, buddy. Here, you do it. You do the honors.
Alright, excuse me, Papa.
Make you look behind the.
I need to go where you are.
Go ahead.
Alright. Push it in. You gotta make sure it comes.
I'll hold it so it doesn't fall. All right, go ahead and slide it in. All right. All right, I'll hold it in place while you put the screws in. Oh, you gotta move these wires, buddy.
I don't trust you.
Okay. All right, now everything should be, since we have that center screw in, everything else should be pretty easy.
Wait, that's the only screw?
No, there's 4.
Right here?
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. There's 4 screws to hold in the motherboard. Put the other screws in. You don't want to over tighten these screws because you'll crack the board. Good. So far, so good. So Devin, were you nervous building a gaming PC?
I honestly was very nervous. I was very nervous because I thought all this was very fragile.
Is it fragile?
Yes.
There you go. That's it. The motherboard is in. You did a great job. We're almost done. Yeah, plug it into that port right there. That's for the audio. Make sure it's even. Look at the spacer on it.
Yeah, I see. Oh, there we go.
You kind of get nervous because the board's flexing. Is that why? You're
Yes.
Like, the board was flexing. Yeah, it's not good to have the board flex. So what you do is you put your finger right here and then you push it in. So you don't have that flex.
Yeah, but gotta put it behind the motherboard.
You put yeah, exactly. You put your finger behind the motherboard. This is the 1060 graphics card.
And it comes with a fan.
It has a built-in fan, yes. And this is what gives you the awesome graphics. So look at the ports.
Oh, okay. So you plug it in this way?
Yeah. And it goes on the top one.
Confused.
It goes right there on the top gold port. That plug. You open up the latch. There you go, buddy.
You can do that?
Go ahead and push this side in.
I can't until you do it.
There you go. You're all lined up, right? Go ahead and push the left side in first. Line it up with the screw holes. There you go. You got it. Is the latch closed?
Yes.
The latch ended up closing on its own?
Mhm.
Yep, there it is. I mean, if you want to take it out, the only thing you do is push on this latch to take it out.
But don't, please.
Alright, now push it back in.
Yeah.
Alright, this is going to give us awesome graphics. 1080p, 60 frames per second. We could play Pac-Man. And I can't wait to play Solitaire in HD in 60 frames per second.
This is the power supply.
That's from the power supply.
Yeah.
It only goes in one way, so you can't screw that up. Push it.
Nope.
Push it until it clicks.
And you will hear the click.
Wiggle it in. Did you hear it click?
I heard a little
Yep, that's in. Let's go ahead and plug in the power.
right here.
Yeah. That only plugs in one way. Make sure, I'm going to put my finger behind there so you don't flex the board too much.
Good.
Did it click in?
Yeah. This one right here with the blue top.
Alright,
You
that's
have to
for
plug
the
it in.
USB 3 ports. It only goes in one way. You see the little notch?
Mm.
Now right here, these small little tiny plugs, they're all labeled and in very tiny writing. So see this one right here? This one says HDD LED. So that one will be on the bottom
So
with the writing facing down. The writing always faces on the outside.
Wait, so this one?
Yeah. The writing always faces on the outside.
Like
So you
this?
can read it. Yeah.
This SW. This goes right here on this right here.
If you can't find where the plug goes, just Google the pictures. Power LED positive. Look, you got it backwards. And make sure you have the positive on the outside.
I do. Wait, I don't. I have the negative on the outside.
That would have shorted the whole board out.
Oh,
Just kidding.
then this has to go right here.
And then the power switch. You'll know you screwed that up if the computer doesn't turn on. All right. Go ahead and plug in SATA 1. That's going to be the SSD. You hear the click? That's locked in.
And then you have to plug this one right here.
Yeah, that's for the backup hard drive.
All right, now we have to do this.
Now we have another plug. We have another power plug we have to plug in.
We do?
Right here on top.
We do.
So there's another power plug right here on top. And that plugs in right here, buddy.
It's gonna plug in right under where it says Fan Expert too. also the part
Always
where
plug it in straight in.
and also the part where it says PCB made in China. Everything's made in China.
Yeah, even iPhones.
Chinese people are like geniuses.
Did it click in?
Yeah.
Missed one.
No.
Where does this one go? Let's read it. It says USB, so that would go into a USB port. Go ahead.
Doesn't matter which one.
The one on the left.
First one. You gotta do this to make sure it doesn't flex. Does it have to click?
So now we're going to put on the support bracket for the GTX. This is for the graphics card. I'll hold it into place while you go ahead and plug it in. You feel manly?
No.
Don't over tighten it, you crack it.
I feel real childish because I want to play a game on it after.
What game?
Cat Goes Fishing.
Cat Goes Fishing uses the least amount of graphics.
I want to play it. I want to catch a shark.
Push it through. We're going to hide all these cables. Alright, and then tuck that behind the screws right there. There you go. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Double check the work.
Nope.
Oh, you missed it. See? Where's that one go to?
Ooh, top fan too.
There you go. Is it all the way in?
Yep. Haha, still got it.
Alright, Devin. So what is the hard drive for?
It's for the memory source to store the games.
Yes. And what is the memory sticks? What are they for?
It's to move it back and forth.
Move what back and forth?
The games. The info.
Info, yeah. Info. Alright, and
Still got it.
what does the power supply do?
The power supply is the main power. It's what your computer plugs into. Alright.
It powers the motherboard.
Yeah.
So see how this plug, see the plug? Where does that go?
It goes right here.
There you go, slide it in. That's the easiest part, right? This is pretty easy.
Yeah.
And so to change the LEDs on the power supply, this is the RGB 500 watt power supply. You just tap this button. Alright, we're going to plug in the power last. So we're going to use, this has HDMI or display port. The difference is the HDMI gives you 1080p or 720p or 1080p, 60 frames per second. But if you use the display port, that'll give you even higher resolution, up to 4K, like 1440p, which is my screen that we're using. This is for the backup hard drive.
Yeah.
So what's the backup hard drive for?
It's the storage.
Storage for what?
The games.
The big games, right? Alright. Alright, now go ahead and slide it into the hard drive slot. Is that the right way to do it?
Nope.
Careful. Make sure it's facing where you can plug it in.
Push it in.
Yeah. Does that sound satisfying?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now this is the LED controller board, which is included with this LED case.
Dad, come on. You keep getting sidetracked always.
Okay. Alright, now we're going to plug in the cooler.
Alright, so I plug it into where?
So you have to plug it into the four. Oh, if it's long enough. Alright, let's go a different direction. There you go. A little tight fit, but it works. Just slide it. Left. That's right. Alright. That's for the SSD. What does the SSD do?
It's the
Operating system.
operating system.
Oh! Push in. There you go, you got it. Alright, so I lost the footage of my son actually turning on the PC and plugging in the SSD. But This is him now. This is 3 years later, and he's gonna turn on the PC. All right, so this computer is working great for the last 3 years, no issues whatsoever. But my HP that I bought not even a year ago crapped out. And thanks to this little dude, he did a job well done. It's working great, no issues whatsoever, except for, you know, the maintenance part of, you know, owning a PC where you have to dust it out and, you know, maintenance the fans and stuff like that. Good job, Devin. 3 years later, still running good. He has an Alienware PC. What do you like better, building a gaming PC or having the Alienware PC?
Having a gaming PC built for me.
Yeah.
I'll send over my coordinates. Come as pronto as you can, buddy.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to whoever wants to build a gaming PC.